I want some nasty!
Mój das ma grab, więc chodź do tańca, gdy krok to szansa i los nam gra. Mam duszę starca, nie umywalca na palcach gra. Na palcach gra, na palcach gra.
What's good, Spurs Nights? It's your boy Clan Spurs fam here with a brand new video. If you guys, you give me a like, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. Now, let's get straight into it. Yesterday, I was going to make a video about what our starting lineup should be, but Marcus Morris was being a little you-know-what, and all this news coming out about how he might possibly go to the Knicks for 15 for $5 million more, but it really doesn't really make sense because there's taxes in New York, there's no state tax in Texas, but hey, to each his own. But I did give a lineup. I thought about a lineup like crazy yesterday. I came up with this starting lineup, and I thought that maybe today it would change now that we're not totally sure about Marcus Morris. And honestly, my thoughts have remained the exact same with or without him. I'm going to give you my starting lineup. After I give you my starting lineup, then I'm going to tell you why and what's going on in my mental as far as why I would go with this starting lineup. So let's get straight into it. My starting lineup would go as followed. I would go with Whiteout at point guard, DeJounte Murray at shooting guard, DeMar DeRozan at small forward. I would go with DeMar Carroll at power forward, LA at center. And I'm going to explain that in a little bit. My bench, I would actually have Lonnie Walker running the offense. Either Lonnie Walker or Bryn Forbes, since Bryn Forbes is familiar with running point that we seen last season. He did a great job, phenomenal job. And coming off the bench, he doesn't have to be as great as he had to be being a starter. So bench, of course, Rudy Gay would play, Jakob would play, Patty Mills, Bryn Forbes, the key guys. The key guys, of course, they will play. And Marco Bellinelli as well. He will probably be behind. I guess I would go with DeMar DeRozan. I guess he would play behind DeMar DeRozan. He might have to play the small forward position only because we have so many, guards. But hey, we'll see how that goes. Anyways, this is the reason why I would go with this starting lineup. When I look at other teams, whether it be the Trailblazers or whether it be the Rockets or whether it be Golden State Warriors, one thing that we see that's very familiar is that every single team or teams that are pretty successful, or at least where the direction is going in the NBA, you have two guards, two backcourts that take over. You have a duo. For each team, you have a certain duo. Right now, our best duo was DeMar and LA. That's great, that's dandy, but they are still aging stars. Maybe not so much DeMar DeRozan, he's only about to be 30, but LA's getting up there, and I understand that those guys cannot lead this franchise into championships post-pop. But what I do see in this team, as I see a DeJounte Murray, who's a monster on defense. I see a Derek White, who's a monster on defense. I see a Derek White, who's versatile. I see a DeJounte Murray, who can score. DeJounte Murray is 6'5". Now, a lot of people say, he should be point guard. He should be point guard. But my thing is, he is 6'5". He has a wingspan of 6'10". You know who else has a wingspan and height in the same manner? Jamal Crawford. He looks up to Jamal Crawford. That's his mentor, and they have almost a very similar game. Even if you go back and watch high school highlights of DeJounte Murray, he was always shoot first. Derek White is not necessarily shoot first. He wants to control the offense, and he plays phenomenal defense, and he's a great playmaker. And I think those two together, I think Derek White could complement DeJounte Murray and what DeJounte Murray does well, which is scoring. And I know a lot of people say he can't shoot. This guy's had 2 off seasons to get better at shooting, so he should be able to shoot. And on top of it, we might not have what Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum have as far as scoring. I'm not expecting Derek White to become a Lillard. I'm not expecting DeJounte Murray to become a CJ McCollum. But what I do see is that we could be the defensive parallel to that. So when it comes to Dame Lillard and McCollum, they can shoot lights out. When it comes to Chris Paul and James Harden, they can shoot lights out. But Derek White and DeJounte Murray could become the defensive equivalent of that. So I hope that makes sense as far as why I will be going with the 2 point guards at the point guard and shooting guard position, because the NBA and the direction in which it's going, I think having a duo backcourt is necessary. The old school NBA in general, where the shooting guard can just be a JJ Redick, it's going into a direction in which the shooting guard and point guard equally have to be pretty damn good. And Derek White and DeJounte Murray, their defensive IQ is so high. I don't see guys like Dame Lillard and CJ McCollum having a good time against them at all. That's what my starting lineup would be. And of course, DeMar DeRozan, just because DeMar DeRozan is DeMar DeRozan. LA, just because LA is LA. Now, on power forward position, the reason why I would pick DeMarre Carroll. Now, this was my thought yesterday, pre, Marcus Morris news and whether or not we'll have him and whatnot. The reason why I was going to do it DeMarre Carroll is because I felt like DeMarre Carroll would complement LA more so than Marcus Morris would complement LA. Because if you're looking at our starting lineup, you have Derek White, who's versatile. He can create a shot a little bit, but more so he wants to be a facilitator. That's where he feels comfortable. You have DeJounte Murray. He feels comfortable being a shot creator, but he can pass the ball as well. But you have DeMar DeRozan. He can do just about everything. He can create his own shot. LA, of course, he can create his own shot. And I thought that somebody like DeMarre Carroll, yes, he can get some shots off. He can get past you, body you up and stuff like that. But more so when it comes to DeMarre Carroll, he is a quick release shooter, and he is perfect. He is perfect as a 3-and-D guy, which I expect Popovich to use him as. I don't expect Pop to use DeMarre Carroll as a shot-creating player. Now, coming off the bench, the reason why I would have had Marcus Morris, which now we don't even know if he's going to be here, but the reason why I was choosing Marcus Morris, just in case he does stay, is Marcus Morris is more of a shot creator, and I thought that maybe if you team up front court with Jakob and Marcus Morris, that Marcus Morris can do a little shot creating, and Jakob can just do his thing where he plays more of a simplistic game. And with LA and DeMarre Carroll can be that 3-and-D guy. LA, he's more of a shot creator. Basically, that would be my starting lineup, and that would be my bench. Now, here's the thing. I wasn't going to put this in the video, but I do just want to give my personal thoughts out here, and I'll probably go live later on today for the Summer League game. But my thing is, if we don't get Marcus Morris, which if you choose the New York Knicks over the Spurs anyway, maybe this is for a separate video. Maybe I should do this for a separate video. Maybe I'll go on a little rant when we go live. And you choose the Knicks over the Spurs, you shouldn't have been here anyway. And not only that, I think that the Spurs, this will open a few more opportunities for the Spurs because there's still a lot of good free agents out there. You can go after Kelly Oubre. I know people don't care for Dwight Howard, and I could give my whole spiel about Dwight Howard, but I digress. But you can go after either one of those two guys. But yeah, man, the season's still looking good. We're still versatile. We still have some great defense. We'll see what Marcus Morris decides to do. I don't know what's going on with that, but that would be my starting lineup. That was my starting lineup even pre the news about Marcus Morris. I was just expecting Marcus Morris to come off the bench because he's more of a shot creator, blase, but Rudy Gay can do that too. So just tell me what your thoughts are. Please leave a comment. Let me know what your ideal starting lineup would be. Like I said, the reason why I would start Derek White and DeJounte Murray is merely from the fact that the league is going into a direction where you need duo backcourts, and these two guys, their personalities blend in perfectly with each other. You got DeJounte Murray, who's more of got a little more swag, a little bit of an ego, and he's more so a shooter. That's what he wants to do. He wants to score. He wants to bring it to you. Then you have Derek White, who's more laid back, conservative, and he's going to make sure everybody get a piece of the pie. But both of them are A1 defensively. A1 defensively. So like I said, give me your thoughts. And until next time, Spurs Nights, probably tonight when I actually get on. I'll see you later. Deuces. Have a good day. Peace.